Sahih al-Bukhari 1811. Narrated al-Miswar. Allah's Messenger slaughtered the Hadi before he had his head shaved, and then he ordered his companions to do the same. Sahih al-Bukhari 1812. Narrated Nafi. That Abdullah and Salim said to Abdullah bin Umar, "You should not go for Hajj this year." Abdullah bin Umar replied, "We set out with the Prophet to Mecca for performing Umrah, and the infidels of Quraysh prevented us from reaching the Kaaba. Allah's Messenger slaughtered his bud, camels for sacrifice, and got his head shaved." Sahih al-Bukhari 1813. Narrated Nafi. When Abdullah bin Umar set out for Mecca with the intentions performing Umrah in the period of afflictions, he said, "If I should be prevented from reaching the Kaaba, then I would do the same as we did while in the company of Allah's Messenger." So, he assumed the Ihram for Umrah, since the Prophet had assumed the Ihram for Umrah in the year of al-Hudaybiyah. Then Abdullah bin Umar thought about it and said, "The conditions for both Hajj and Umrah are similar." He then turned towards his companions and said, "The conditions of both Hajj and Umrah are similar, and I make you witnesses that I have made the performance of Hajj obligatory for myself along with Umrah." He then performed one tawaf between As-Safa and Al-Marwa for both of them, i.e. Hajj and Umrah, and considered that to be sufficient for him and offered a Hadi. Sahih al-Bukhari 1814. Narrated Abdurrahman bin Abu Layla. Kabi bin Yudra said that Allah's Messenger said to him, "Kabi, perhaps your lice have troubled you?" Kabi replied, "Yes. O Allah's Messenger." Allah's Messenger said, "Have your head shaved and then either fast 3 days or feed 6 poor persons or slaughter 1 sheep as a sacrifice." Sahih al-Bukhari 1815. Narrated Kabi bin Umrah. Allah's Messenger stood beside me at al-Hudaybiyah, and the lice were falling from my head in great number. He asked me, "Have your lice troubled you?" I replied in the affirmative. He ordered me to get my head shaved. Kabi added, "This holy verse, 'And if any of you is ill, or has ailment in his scalp,' 2.196, etc. was revealed regarding me. The Prophet then ordered me either to fast 3 days, or to feed 6 poor persons with 1 farak, 3 sas of dates, or to slaughter a sheep, etc., sacrifice, whatever was available. Sahih al-Bukhari 1816. Narrated Abdullah bin Makal. I sat with Kabi bin Yudra and asked him about the fidya. He replied, "This revelation was revealed concerning my case especially, but it is also for you in general. I was carried to Allah's Messenger and the lice were falling in great number on my face. The Prophet said, 'I have never thought that your ailment, or struggle, has reached to such an extent as I see. Can you afford a sheep?' I replied in the negative. He then said, 'Fast for 3 days, or feed 6 poor persons each with half a sa of food. 1 sa equals 3 kilograms approximate.' Sahih al-Bukhari 1817. Narrated Abdurrahman bin Abu Layla. Reporting the speech of Kabi bin Umrah, Allah's Messenger saw him, i.e. Kabi, while the lice were falling on his face. He asked him, "Have your lice troubled you?" He replied in the affirmative. So, he ordered him to get his head shaved while he was at al-Hudaybiyah. At that time they were not permitted to finish their Ihram, and were still hoping to enter Mecca. So, Allah revealed the verses of al-Fidya. Allah's Messenger ordered him to feed 6 poor persons with 1 farak of food, or to slaughter 1 sheep as a sacrifice, or to fast for 3 days. Sahih al-Bukhari 1818. Narrated Kabi bin Yudra, R.A. Allah's Messenger saw him, i.e. Kabi, while the lice were falling on his face. Sahih al-Bukhari 1819. Narrated Abu Hurairah. Allah's Messenger said, "Whoever performs Hajj to this house, Kaaba, and does not approach his wife for sexual relations nor commit sins, while performing Hajj, he will come out as sinless as a newly born child, just delivered by his mother." Sahih al-Bukhari 1820. Narrated Abu Hurairah. The Prophet said, "Whoever performs Hajj to this Kaaba and does not approach his wife for sexual relations nor commit sins, while performing Hajj, he will come out as sinless as a newborn child, just delivered by his mother."